Hey you guys, it's Grant here. I wanted to come on here and talk to y'all today because we have less than a month until filing. So that means we have to raise money in order to even file to run for office. And we have a goal of $1,500 to reach, and we have to reach it by March 1st at the very latest. Filing begins February 22nd and ends on March 1st. So that in that time period, that's when we have to, report all the money that we have raised. So I'm asking y'all if y'all could please donate $5, $10, $20, $50 even, whatever y'all can afford. I know times are hard. I'm a working class, person myself, so I understand how hard it is to make it from paycheck to paycheck. And there's been so many times that, I've, worried about not being able to make it until payday. So I know firsthand how hard it is, to make it payday to payday. But it's also an investment into your future. And if you don't see change in your lifetime, it's going to be in your children's lifetimes or your grandchildren's lifetimes. So think about, their futures as well as yours. There's so much that we can do, to even make a slightest bit of change. And, this past legislative session, it showed us how much division and hate there still is out there. But we can do better. We can always, if we ever want to have a, better state, then we're going to have to elect better. And it starts with, just giving. You don't have to give $5, $10. If everybody literally gave like $5 to $10 each, it would reach our goal. And then of course got to keep going because, it costs money to get the word out through whether it's flyers or yard signs, t-shirts. There's so many different ways to campaign. And this is my very first campaign. So it's pretty exciting, getting to hear what's important, to the voters of Arkansas, and especially here in House District 77. It includes parts of West Little Rock and Southwest Little Rock, the southern parts of the city. So, and if you don't know exactly what parts of the district or what parts of the city are included in the district, be sure to ask me because I have a map, that shows exactly what streets and everything. It mostly starts off, from what I've noticed, at the Lowe's at the corner of Bowman and, right there. And it goes all the way down to Stagecoach exit, which off of basically at the corner of Baseline and Stagecoach, Highway 5 right there. So that's a little way to explain it. And it goes to the right all the way down toward Baseline Walmart. Not quite that far, but almost to Baseline Walmart. And then we have John Barrow as well. So it's a group of right about 30,000 people in District 77. I know it's confusing. I've been told by multiple people, wow, you're in Fort Smith now? And I'm like, no, I'm sorry, I'm here in Little Rock. They just changed the district and the Senate numbers, House and Senate numbers this year. So it's a little confusing, but if you have any questions about what district you're in or anything like that, just let me know. But here's the thing, guys. No matter if you're in the district or not, whenever I'm elected and whoever else is elected and y'all, choose whoever wins, it really makes a difference, and it affects the entire state. Like whoever you vote for, it makes a huge difference in the entire state. Because, even if I'm in Pulaski County, what happens in that state legislature, it affects the entire state in some aspect. So you can support, you can make phone calls, you can donate money to different candidates across the entire state, because honestly, those positions are so important, especially when we had 2020 and there were so many Republicans even that ran unopposed. I really think it's so important for democracy, honestly, that we have, people that are not running unopposed. And even primaries bring out the best, and people get to pick the best candidate. And that's really important too. We have to find the best, or we wouldn't have if they would have done that in, let's say, Arizona, they wouldn't be stuck with Kirsten Sinema. They would have had a more progressive candidate, someone that would have actually fought for the people. And I'm sure they could have thought that she was going to do a good job. And I'm sure there's things that she's done that have been good, but we need more progressives, honestly. And I'm a progressive. That's what I call myself, at least, because I believe in Medicare for all. You know, I believe in raising the minimum wage. And this stuff, it doesn't even seem, I don't know how they label people as the radical left just because they believe in helping the American people, helping Arkansans. But I believe in, you know, basic clean living conditions. Renters deserve rights in Arkansas. We're like the only state that doesn't have like a minimum standard. And if you have questions about that particular subject, I have a whole article I can show you exactly where we stand in renters' rights. And we are the only state without this minimum standard. But there are so many issues. Teachers deserve to have a pay raise, like up there in Northwest Arkansas even. Teachers had another pay raise. And honestly, that should be the standard, because teachers are the ones who teach you, and they end up teaching people, and people become doctors, you know, scientists, electricians, plumbers, so many important jobs. And teachers are the ones that taught them, you know, the basics. So they deserve a pay raise. And I could tell you much more about what I stand for. Just go ahead and check out my website. It's grantforarkansas.com, and you can email me at grant@grantforarkansas.com. And that's pretty much it, guys. I just wanted to let you know. Oh, and the most important thing here, like I said, we have a goal to reach. We have to reach $1,500 or more by at least March 1st at the very latest. So that's why I wanted to come on here and talk to y'all, because we do have a goal. You know, whether we're going to be involved in the primary or not, it's not for sure yet. But you know, I want to fight, you know, not fight necessarily, but I want to work for the people. I want to be a voice for all the voters out there. I want to know what issues are important to y'all. Like voting rights, housing, healthcare, especially after we have been in a pandemic for how long now? 2 years, just about. And we've seen like what lack of leadership we've had in this state during the pandemic. You don't think about certain positions being so important until it's down to that. Until we're literally the Democratic Party is in the super minority. And you have all these Republicans passing these hateful bills, like the one that banned, you know, healthcare for trans youth, the one bill that they passed that would allow, you know, doctors to deny service to people like the LGBT community just based on their, you know, like morals or religion or whatever excuse, just to discriminate, to the dangerous stand your ground law that was passed. So many laws, and to the attacks on women's reproductive rights. A woman deserves the right to choose, and I should not be in the way of a woman's right to choose. Why should I or any other man stand in the way of a woman, her doctor, and her God, if she believes in a God? You know what I mean? Like, it doesn't make any sense. So I appreciate you guys, and it's been amazing seeing all the support that I've received since announcing. But like I said, go to grantforarkansas.com and check it out, and I appreciate y'all. Y'all have a good night.